रघुबीर सुनो भय साधु छूट गए सब महल उतरिया छूट गए सब महल उतरिया कोई नाले दिए धनबान की घटरिया कोई नाले दिए धनबान की घटरिया कोई नाले दिए धनबान की
No,有嘢喺度 smile 嚟啊 ，smile 落晒。咁有個 smile 落晒，應該點講呢條咁？嚟啊，smile 落晒。smile 落晒 ，smile right，smile right 跟住，right，smile right 跟住晒啦。好，come smile，come smile。
You're on TV, boy. You're going to smile, you're on TV. Right, smile. Right.
Testing one. Testing one. Testing. Guru Sri Vishravan Viharilal Ki. So we want to welcome our drama for tonight. You know, Narayan is always willing and able to assist us with his drumming and his dantal and his singing. He's multi-talented along with his wife and his daughter. So today we join with our entire group as we do our farewell for Guruji. And today I will open with mantras and then I'll hand over to my brother Raj. So at this point in time, we'd like to ask everyone, all those who can stand, please stand. As we close our eyes, we bow our heads and we pray. Today we pray and we ask Sri Krishna Bhagavan himself to guide and protect the Atma of Guruji. So wherever that Atma would end up, that Guruji would have only the best. Today we pray for the family also, to give them the health, strength and the ability to cope with the loss. We close our eyes and bow our heads and pray. Guru Maharaj ki jai, Shankar Bhagwan ki jai, Sarva Deviyon ki jai, Sarva Devta ki jai, Bolo Sri Sat Sanatan Dharma ki jai, jai jai jai, Sitaram. Asmiji, take a seat. So at this point in time, I'll hand you over to Raj.
Right. Good night, Sitaram. Each and every one of you, welcome. Welcome. And so tonight, I'd like to firstly express how appreciative all of us are that everyone joined with us not only tonight, but for the past, I would say, year or 11 years, and even before that. The family has really 11 months. You all know what I mean. So again, we'd like to thank you all, welcome for taking time off to come to support us in our time of need. And I think with the support that everyone here, we've gotten so much support. We really can't express enough how appreciative we are, but we thank you nonetheless. Both those of you who come in person and who support us online. There are a lot of people who look on that we know afterwards. And tonight is all about honoring Pundit Loach, or Dad as I would call him. And we're doing this in his memory since we've done so well in preparing his soul to return to Lord Krishna as we believe. So, I think all of us here, or most of us here, would remember him for how helpful a person he was. So I'd like to share with you all a little story of one of those times he helped someone a little too much. So it was back in the days when Ma was alive, Sumati, and they went to the market. So they went to the market and Ma gone to do her shopping. Dad stayed in the car waiting for her. And this man come up and asked him if he could help him open the van. So Dad always like to help everybody. So Dad, I think twice, he come out the car, he go and take his keys and try to open the man's van. And it ain't working. So Dad tell the man, say, hold up, I have a piece of wire in the car. He go and he get a piece of wire and he come back. Dad busy choking wire and trying to open this man's van. And then he hear next man running, coming with two market bags. Hey, what are you doing? Poor Dad, he turned around looking for the man, he tried to help, and the man bust it. His thief, the man was trying to thief the other man's van. Poor Dad trying to help the man. So he started with the wire and looking around. But I don't have to tell you, after that, Dad didn't have nobody open car again. He used to call me to ask him to help them do it. So that is one memory we will always remember him for, but he was always a genuine helper. So we will continue to keep these memories of him alive. And I think tonight is all about his honor and us remembering him for the man he was. Each of us will have our different experiences with him. It's all more special, it doesn't make it different. But it helps us be at ease knowing that we had a good life with him. So let's continue tonight in this manner, and let's continue even after this, continue to support each other and be there for one another, because all of us know all of us are a little family now. So tonight now I'm going to introduce you to the MC for tonight, Devdat, or brother as we know him. So he's going to give you a little rundown as to what we're going to do here tonight and contribute in his way that he couldn't do so for the past 11 months because he was online. So I'll now hand you over to him and he will take you through. Thank you. Sitaram.
Sitaram to each and every one of you. May the blessings of our Creator be all guarded here today in peace. and most of all in love for a unique individual who we are celebrating the living legacy of tonight. I speak no other than our father, Pundit Mungal Loach. My father always taught us, growing up, when someone comes to your home, you always smile. So those who don't have the mask or they have the mask on, you can still smile. He also said to us that people who appreciate you would always be there for you and support you in every way that you can. So blessings to each and every one of you and welcome. Tonight we have a small program. We have a couple speeches and some bhajans with this wonderful group here tonight. So first we will have some bhajans. We'll have two bhajans, and then we will have a speech by Vivek, the eldest grandson of Pundit Mungal Loach.
पिंजरे के पंजरे तेरा दर्द जाने कौन, तेरा दर्द जाने कौन। पिंजरे के Thank you. कोई न ले जाए धन भाग की गठरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन भाग की गठरिया, भाग की गठरिया, ओ भाग की गठरिया, भाग की गठरिया, ओ भाग की गठरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन भाग की गठरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन भाग की गठरिया, कोई न ले जाए धन भाग की गठरिया।
everyone. This is Vivek, the eldest grandson of the late Pundit Mungal Loach. This is in love and memory of a much loved granddad, great-grandfather, father, friend, and guru. Losing my grandfather was one of the deepest sorrows my heart could have known. But his goodness, his caring, and his wisdom live on like a legacy of love that would always be with us. Those we love, I know, don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near. My grandfather was always an inspiration for me, a great role model, and I truly miss him. May the Creator bless his soul, and may his soul rest in eternal peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sitaram. Sitaram.
Sitaram. Now we'll continue having some bhajans. I believe it's 2 more bhajans. And then we will have a speech from Pundit Loach. And that was Ma Tubajin that she normally sings, which is very good. Thank you very much. We have a speech from Vandana. The granddaughter of Pundit.
तुम्ही मेरे मंगल
Drum again. Now we have तेरे ममता कितना प्यारी कितना प्यार जगाती है कितना प्यार जगाती है माँ तेरे ममता कितना प्यारी कितना प्यार जगाती है कितना प्यार जगाती है। We have a video from granddaughter Vandana.
One of the important things my grandfather taught me was the importance of spirituality. Because of him, because of his temple, he had opened a lot of the members of our extended family, which we really appreciate. And also my cherished memories from my childhood was all the dual programs that he created and all the creative tools for all of us to partake of and participate. And those were the cherished memories that I would hold. And may also rest in peace.
Now we have two more bhajans as we continue. Continually.
Thank you.
Rajiv, the son of Shanta and Raj.
Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. 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 Bolo Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam. Bolo Radhe Shyam Radhe Shyam. Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram.
Thank you very much. Now we have a speech from Rajiv, the son of Chandra and Raj.
like, so when I would leave for school in the morning or leave the house in general in the morning, he would usually be downstairs, you know, sitting on the chairs, or he'd be around the temple. Sometimes have his shaders on, but what I really liked is when I would go downstairs, you know, he would see me and be like, hey, in the morning, Sarah, what are you going on today? And I'll also exchange some words with him. Might bust a little 1 or 2 joke, and I really like that because it kind of set my mind in a positive way to start the day. So, you know, after that little interaction, I'll probably be smiling, and then he'll open the gate, and then I'll leave, and then he'll be like, you know, have a good day. So that's one thing I really appreciated. And then on the other side too, when coming home, you know, usually when I'm coming home, he would be usually around. Sometimes it would be people, but he'd always say, you know, Star, my son, how you doing? How was your day today? And I'd say, yeah, it was good, I'm saying, man, you know. And we'd have a little few more words, and then I would go do my thing, and he continued doing what he was doing. But those little, I guess, micro interactions for me was why I missed the most, because I feel like in those moments I get to really connect with, you know, how is he doing, how is his day going, and then I guess just having him around in general in that sense. For example, sometimes I'll go downstairs to take some food out, and you know, he'd be in the kitchen, so then I'll sit down and chat with him a little bit there, maybe even eat there. Or when I'm outside, when I now started driving, I'll be washing cars and stuff, and he would be there keeping me company. And like sometimes we don't even need to be, I guess, like talking all the time, but he's just there, you know. So that's one thing I really appreciated, and I think I'll definitely miss as well.
Starting again, we're going to continue having 2 more budgets, and then we'll have the next speech.
Thank you.
have a speech from Pundit Mungal Loach, my son.
Pundit Mungal Loach, and I want to talk a little bit about my grandfather, how he was a great man. He was a very humble man, and he taught me a lot of the stories and the situations that he was in. Helped me with my upbringing as a young individual, and I really truly miss him.
I'll give you guys a joke about my son and dad. They were in charge of watering the plants. And one day I came home and I told them, I said, listen, you guys are not watering the plants, you guys are just wetting the top of the plant. So they said, how do you know that? So I took my finger and I stick it inside the pot and I go, there is no water here. So I said, Dad, how are you trading this guy? He goes, I don't know, the man watered the plant. I said, all right. So next day I came home, next time, the whole porch area and everything is wet. Everything is soaked. And the two of them sit down in front and they go, you want to check and see if we water the plant? So I go, yeah. So they say, stick your finger. Dad goes, stick your finger in there. And the whole thing was flooded. So them two of them were peas in a pie. So now, tonight we'll have 2 more bhajans.
Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Bhagavan
beautiful daughter, Mungal Loach.
My grandfather, my Aja, was always a remote presence to part of my life, even when I was small. Even when it was tough for him to come to Canada, he would always make it his priority to come here. And I knew that he loved us because he would always come here during wheelchair time. Even though I miss him so, I think remembering him and keeping his name alive is very important to me. And I want to thank everyone for showing up and keeping his name alive. Thank you.
Yes, she loved her grandfather very much. There was a lot of cards and games. So now we continue to have 2 more bhajans. So now we'll have a wonderful message from my beautiful wife, Chang Loach.
I'm sorry I can't be there with you guys tonight in honoring my father-in-law. I just want to say a few words about Dad. Dad was a kind, humble, religious person. His family, grandkids, and the people of his village were so important to him. He was the head of the Loach family, and we all respected his advice and prayers. Dad left us almost a year ago, but he's not forgotten. Not a day goes by that day that myself or my kids will not bring his name up or some memory about him. We know he's in a good place and at peace with Bhagwan. I also want to take time to thank all of you who have supported Shanta and her family over the past months. We are grateful and thankful for your help. Bhagwan's blessing to you and your family. Let's all keep Pundit Mungal Loach's memories forever in our hearts. God bless and thank you.
Now we'll continue having 2 more bhajans.
पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान जो ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में एक सहारा
हे जगत पिता भगवान हमें दो ज्ञान ईश्वर प्यारा दुनिया में सहारा
Oh
पूरन कहते सब की
That was good. I have him sing Never Ever. So now we like to call, we'll call him babysitter, Mr. Prabhu Nanku, also known as Poonaji, to say a few words.
Sitaram. Me and the Baba were friends for almost 55 years. Almost 55 years. We go to temple, Ramayana, all any satsang we have in Kerala, in central we go to. And after today we remain that close to us. And then calling me babysitter. If they otherwise you want to babysitter, I can mind and share them. The three guys. About 2 boys and 1 girl. And we keep that relationship till now as a parabola. And thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Puna. Let's give him a little hearty round of applause. Wonderful speech. Now, for those who don't know, everybody know me as brother. I am the eldest son, not the oldest, but the eldest son of Pundit Mungal Loach. I would like to first, I'll try to represent my dad. As you all know him, he always greet people very nicely with a smile. And he always say thanks to the individual who have come to support him in any way or form or fashion that anyone is in need. He was always there for each and every one. Tonight, I would like to do that, and I would like to first thank all the individuals who have taken the time to support Shanta and Raj month to month, coming and being here with them. I want to thank you all very much for that. I would also like to let you know that, as far as you know, that we did that final Bandara on Thursday. So I'm quite sure he is in a resting place and he is with Lord Krishna and he is smiling. I sit here and I smile knowing I can just vision him smiling back, he and Ma and Mama. Now, I know Raj and Shanta is continuing their month-to-month Ramayana for Raj Mom, which is Mama, and I want to speak a little bit about her because I was talking to Raj and I was telling Raj, and Raj also informed me about, I thought she had 7 sons, but actually it's 8. So the first time I met Mama, when she came to visit us, and she loved to talk, so it's something like myself. So we sat by that table and we talked, and Mitchell was there, and I guess he was watching TV, Lord of the Rings, and we were just conversating until about 2 a.m. and we were just going on, and that was the first time I met her. And the last time that I spoke to her was for Dad Bandara. And she said to me, she told me that, you know, your father was a good man and he's in a good place. And I listened to her, what she had to say. And I know that she was a wonderful person and an individual, because my sister said she treated her like a daughter and she confided in her and sit with her and always greet her. And I was talking to Raj and I said, you know, your mother had a lot of pampers to change. So he goes, no boy, diaper, because 7 of us had diaper. And the last one were pampers. So imagine her as a mom taking care of all these boys. And you know how good boys are. So, and she was there to love them, care for them, see them grow up, and each and every one of them is successful in their own way. And I'm quite sure that she was very proud of all of them. And tonight, I want to thank Raj and Shanta for continuing their month-to-month Ramayana for her, and I'm sure she's smiling. Blessings to you both for doing such a good job. I would like to thank my brother-in-law Raj for making it possible so that I can view this month-to-month Ramayana. Thank you very much. Blessings to you. I would like to thank my wonderful sister on behalf of Dad. I want to thank you for being very supportive and organizing and getting everything together for Dad and ensuring that everything went smoothly. Your hard work and dedication you will never forget, because remember, you're the cream of the crop. So I guess you get the majority of the work to do. So I want to thank you on behalf of Dad and myself and my family for doing such a wonderful job, and blessings to you. And I would like to thank Vandana for being here and being very supportive. Thank you very much. And I would like to thank all the ladies of this temple who have supported the both of them. Blessings to you all in whatever form or fashion. I would like to thank the musicians. We have Rinoka, Devika, and Vidya, the family. Narayan is the chief. So we want to thank you all for coming and being here. And I know that those three girls are also continuing their month-to-month Ramayana for their mom. So blessings to them. And also to our eldest cousin, Subhagi, so who is also performing month-to-month Ramayana for Rakesh, yeah, for his son. So blessings to you. And of course, no way I could forget our little sister, Panditai, Om Shanti Om. Oh, my sister just corrected me, Pandita. I didn't want to say it because I couldn't pronounce it, so I want to say how I think I know it. So I want to thank her and her family for being very supportive month to month and coming and being here. Blessings to you. Now the last chapter of the Ramayana that you read, the last katha that you read, I listened to it very attentively. It's where Mother Sita performed the last rites for King Dasharatha. I never heard that, and it was a blessing to hear that, because I always believe that women have all rights to do anything that their heart desires. So, blessing to listen to that. So to all the ladies here, we want to thank you. From the man's side, we want to thank you all for being here and being very supportive of the family, because you all are very strong. The only thing that a man has difference between a woman is not just giving birth, but strength. And we want to thank you ladies for that, and keep up the good work that you guys are doing. Blessings to you all. Now, I would like to speak a little bit about the individual we call Dad of Pundit Mungal Loach. I'll give you a little history about my dad, because today is all about him and remembering him as the individual that he was. So tonight I will share this story with you all. For those who don't know, my father, he was the best son that you could ever think about. I don't know any son that when they get paid, they will take the complete paycheck and give it to the mother, including myself. Also, when he got married, he did the same thing. And I was like, okay. That's to tell you the loyalty that Dad had with his mom. He was very close with his mom and he respected his mom. As a brother, Tani Saga is here, bear witness, and some of his sister-in-law is here. He was never disrespectful as a brother. He was always loving and he respected all his brothers. And I heard a story that he went over to Tandi Saga when she got married, and she was brushing her teeth with a dot one, and she didn't have any toothpaste, and she was using salt, and she was using brown soap. And Dad, out of the love that he had for his sister, he went and he got a toothpaste and a toothbrush and perfume to go with it. So they have a relationship from then till now. She still speaks to him. So that love, that sister love and that brother love, nobody could get between that. That's a bond that they have. So he was an amazing brother. To all his niece and nephews, he was always there for them. Always. So he was a great uncle. As a father, I want you to just imagine this. A man in his stitches, single parent, bringing up 3 kids, 3, 4, and 5. And the smallest one was still taking bottle. And as we were growing up, my dad would beat us. When we were sick, he would rub us. When we were bad, he would discipline us. Most of the time me, but it's okay. And I remember my dad cooking in 2 firesides. We had 2 firesides, ways to steak your roti and cook. And not one day my dad told me that, you know, all these things I do for you. Never mentioned it at all. So while growing up, at the age of 9, my dad decided to get remarried. And he wasn't too keen of sharing that in the beginning, especially Shanta. But eventually, our stepmom became Ma. And she brought that love and joy to our father and to this home. And she's the one that encouraged Dad, and Dad was very happy, extremely happy. Our life was complete. This temple was formed based on her as well, and the hard work and dedication of the people in this village. And they had somewhere to come to and learn and be part of. Ma was there for me. When I got married, she was my mother. When my 2 kids were born, she was there for each and every one of her grandkids. So we are blessed to have such a unique and wonderful mother. My father's life was tested, and she was out of his life. Dad tried his best to keep his mind focused into his religion and continue doing pujas and continue visiting me. I recall my dad was in his 70s, I think he's 76, and he came up and my little daughter goes, Ajay, you can ride. And he goes, no, I ride a long time. So I put him on a bike, like he did when I was young, and I just pushed him and he goes, boy, don't let go me, you know. I said, no, I won't let go, you go ahead. So I push him, and I just let him ride, and he said behind me, I said, yeah, in case you think you're going to fall, pull the brakes and open your leg. That's the same thing he told me, and he started to ride. The next day, he picked up the bike, and he went for a ride. I'll never forget that. So the joy and the memory that I share with Dad, it was great. It was fantastic. And as Dad would say, that each and every individual in this life we meet. So we must live life with love, peace, and harmony, and always shower people with love. Blessings to my father, and blessings to each and every one of you who have come out tonight and support us. For each and every one of you, Allah. Thank you very much, and you will have a blessed evening. As I say, as my sister just reminded me, you see, she's up to tapping there, you know. We're going to have a couple more bhajans as it continues, and thank you all again for coming.
देवो विदेव महादेव, देवो विदेव महादेव, देवो विदेव
first run, Subagi, niece. Well, I mean, you just tell me run. I was going with niece. Niece Subagi, Jaipur, please. As David said, Subagi. Oh, she come in. She have lots of stories because she was the niece, the first niece. Sit around.
Stick around, everyone. So I was given this honor. So, as I was saying, I'm given the honor to say something.
Yes, to represent books. Exactly.
I will be representing the Asti.
Oh.
Yeah, that is the eldest son of the Loach family. And me being the eldest niece. Well, what can I say about Mr. Loach? Well, they want me to bust No, well, he was the greatest grass cutter. You know, being young together, you know, growing up together, you know, I've always come and spending time with him. And he used to be the one with bundles and bundles of grass. I say, you know, how it's so hard. You know, after seeing him do that, you know, I had the experience of doing the same thing. Because Dad, my father, he bought a cow and he tell us yeah. And you know, I was thinking, well, look how hard he is to have him working on it. You know, me and Moya, my other sister, you know, the jokes are that, you know, when you're doing work and having fun doing it, it seems to be very easy. So, you know, we cut this big bundle of grass now. She had put it on my head. But the jokes were so nice and we laugh and the grass kind of go for my head. You know, having fun, you know, growing up. And that's how we was with Uncle Joel, Kakui. That's our pet name for him, Kakui. You know, when I was with him, thick and thin, you know, first marriage, second marriage, but I was the big dancer, you know. So where did it come? Right here, there. So, Kakui stand up and watch you like, you know, and dance, tassa, you know, fun times, you know, until, well, when we grew older. I remember one experience with him, being in the religious things and the temples and all that, you know. He asked me a question which, after I thought about it, you know, he said, have you ever traveled, like astral traveling? So I said, no. But you know, as a teenager, you know, I came from school one day, and the thought just hit me, you know, that he asked this question. And
I don't know if I fell asleep or whatever, but I saw myself talking to myself. And when I came and I told him about it, he said, well, yes, you listen to what I said. So, all these are fun times with Kakoi. Until the sad times came, when my father passed on, when Archie passed on, and we're there, thick and thin. So, what can I say about I wasn't prepared for this speech. Shanta sent a message to me, but I didn't hear it properly. She told me something about theology and big words. Anyway, this is my little speech with Kakoi, but the love that he had for family, for friends, and especially strangers. They came very close to him at a quick moment. And every time I come here, all he used to talk about is prayers. This one, that one, prayers. Always about the Lord. And this is how we are supposed to take lessons and remember him, because he never took anyone back. Always talk of his own experience and give advice. Praise the Lord, Ramachandra ki jai. This is my small. I would have given her a song about what happened. Very cool. Peter, thank you very much.
Blessings. It's truly a blessing to have you with us as we celebrate his living legacy and his wonderful memories. We'd like to call upon his goddaughter, Dr. Tasha.
Sitaram, everybody. Good night.
Sitaram, everybody. Sitaram, everybody. Good night. When Shanta asked me to say a few words, it took me back about 6 years when Baba, your dad, had done the same thing for Navratri spontaneously and said, okay, now you will come and you will read this. And everybody was here and I was very unprepared. So this feels a bit like coming full circle, final night, on an occasion like this. When Shanta asked me to speak, I was a little bit hesitant because I get very emotional now in my older age. And you'll have to forgive me if there are any water words. And also I wasn't sure if I would be able to make it. So I wrote a couple of things down that I would like to say about the Baba I knew. Bear with me, please. All right, everybody. So, like all of you, I have my own personal memories about Baba from the moments that I spent with him. But I think I speak for all of us when I say that there is a strong thread of consistency in the memories that we all had. Based on what Auntie Subagi, I don't really know you, but I was shaking my head in the audience because what you said completely resonated with me. Baba never gossiped. Baba always listened. He always gave advice from his own life experience. He always used himself as a living example. And he always tried to give you the best advice he could. That's 100% one of my memories with him. The Baba I knew, and I'm sure the one that you all knew, was a very deeply spiritual man. One for whom Dharma wasn't just a concept, it was life, and it was about how you lived, and what you did, and that you did it right. He was a true buck in every sense of the word, the Baba I knew. It was so nice to hear him from a family perspective and just other elements of his life. I knew him in the context of Pundit. And for me, he was a great, great man. As I was saying to Shanta just a few days ago, they don't make them like Baba anymore. I don't know if they ever will. In my experience, he was somebody who embodied honesty, decency, self-respect and respect for other people, non-judgment, devotion, and just a sense of authenticity in its truest form. He, like I say, was a real Mahatma. He was a great man in my experience. He was also extremely loving and caring. He was very proud of his children, especially Shanta, and he adored his sister. He would always speak about you every time I'd come see him. He'd always mention you, and he would always talk about all the little things Shanta was doing, whether she was working, how she was doing. Family was always, close to him and close to his heart. He would always talk about the fun he had in Canada. He'd always mention his grandchildren. He was a very present man in all areas of his life, and certainly in his family life. I don't think it ever suffered for his devotion to, his sense of worship and religion and, what he felt called to do in any way. He was the kind of man who, in my experience, he wasn't given, to floral displays of affection and that kind of cosmesis. He wasn't one for sweet words. He didn't beautify or sugarcoat anything. Baba was the kind of man who would call you to check on you, see how you were doing, give you good advice, maybe, give you a couple harsh words if he felt you needed it. But he never sugarcoated his good intentions. He was somebody who would always say it like it was, and that was how he showed love, by helping you stay on path, helping you stay, on the right road and do the right thing. That was his way of shepherding people, both to help them walk their own personal road of Dharma and just, in the greater scheme of things, to keep them accountable to themselves. That was how Baba chose to do it. That was his way of showing love. As Shanta and I were saying the other day, he was somebody who was extremely humble, and he was extremely kind. He was also stringently disciplined in my experience. Baba was also very versatile, and in my experience, he could shoot breeze and talk politics with my dad. And by the same token, when he would come to our house to do puja, Baba was so punctual, he would make punctual look bad. Baba was a stickler for time, but he was also extremely non-judgmental, because even if you turned up late, Baba would still make a space for you. And he would still make sure if you had an offering, if you had something to do, he would make sure you got to do what you had to do. You were always allowed to say your piece. He would always make space and hold space for you. I have found with most great leaders, he would always eat last, literally. Baba would not eat until he had finished all his pujas for the day. Whenever he came to us, even if we were the first puja for the day, Baba would drink a coconut and take nothing else and say no, he'd eat at the end of the day. He was just somebody who was extremely disciplined and somebody who just really sought to do everything that he had to do to the highest and best potential that he could, in his opinion. Baba, I think, again, like Shantana was saying the other day, God has truly called one of his own home. I think God is happy to have Baba. We are the ones who will be sad and will stop and will think and will reminisce and will miss him. But he is where he has been paving his road this entire life to be. And, I think, I say all these things not just to praise a great man, and he certainly was a great man. Baba, in my opinion, was a complete Mahatma. To me, and he always will be. But I say all these things from my experience, especially now at this time in our country when so much is going on, to illustrate to everybody, that Baba is an example to follow, and I think to honor him, in the way that he lived would be for us all to try and be a bit more like Baba, because he is somebody, he was an exemplar and he is somebody to follow. You know, being human is hard, and Baba was exceptional. But to try to be more like him, to emulate the qualities that he had of integrity, authenticity, devotion, honesty, non-judgment, generosity, humility, and discipline, in my opinion, is what he would have wanted, and what he would have been proud to know that he inspired people to be like. So that's what I take away from my experience and my time with Baba. And I hope all of this has been some way helpful to everyone, you know, in your own self-reflection in your own life. I think that is the best way, from my experience with him, to honor who I think is and was a very great man. Thank you. Sitaram.
Thank you very much. Blessings to you and your family. We'd like to call Auntie Joy to say a few words.
I understand. She understand. I understand.
Sitaram, everyone.
Okay, well, what I will say. Since I am a little girl living in Londonville growing up, I know Baba, better known as Joe. We used to call him Joe. And as I homely young girl, I used to admire him riding his bicycle that big one without grass on it every day. And since I come into this temple, I enjoy being here with Baba and the teaching he was giving us. He always helpful, he always, whenever sickness, anything, we run to him, and he always there for me. I wouldn't forget that. I is emotional when I think Baba not here yet. But anyway, we wish Lord Krishna take his soul and let him rest in peace wherever he is. We will always miss him. We will never get a Baba or a person like that here. Sitaram.
Thank you very much. Blessings to you as well and the family. Now we'll call Radha. Now we call upon his youngest daughter.
Yes.
Say a few words.
I should go first because after hearing everybody being so emotional, you know, it starts to act on your own emotions. You know, it felt like just last month we had done the first Brahmine. It felt like we just did the first Bandara. It just felt very fresh according to Shanta. And for me, I grew up with Baba as a child. Baba used to hide me from my grandfather to come temple. My Guru Mai treated me like a daughter. I grew up walking to the back, getting food, coming to the front. I grew up here when I'm not going to school. We grew up playing, learning Hindi, teaching each other music. We grew up as a family. I grew up as one of Baba's children, and I felt the love only later on. I think when we're young, we're too young to understand the love and affection that everyone will share, the excitement of everything, our Diwali programs. And one of the memories that I would always look back at was, I was always the one to write the play. And this year we wrote of the Pundit and the Obiaman. And I played the Pundit. And I was only 15 years old. That's many years ago. I was only 15 years old, and my guru mine said, don't worry, you don't have to get no costume. Your godfather kurta, your godfather pants, and his topi. And standing right in front of this gate with my hand in his pocket because it's his kurta, and people were bowing. People were actually bowing. I was like, and when they went and they look up, he's not Baba. And those memories had a very loud impact on my life. Because I never grew up wanting to be Pundit until our mandir was filled with only women. Our mandir's strength was the Devi. Our mandir's strength was the women, the ladies of our temple. The few men that we had, they were there for the muscles. And the few men that we still have, they are for the muscles. And later on in my life, I saw that there was no one to take in my guru's footsteps. And at 9 years old, my guru opened the Ramayana after we had done Hindi class. And he said, you're going to read. And I was very hesitant. And I read and read and read and got angry at some point in time. And then I said, but Baba, I'm not good. He said, you will get there one day. Don't worry. And we went out for many years as a group. There were good times, there were funny times. All our times were funny. Because Shanta used to always get in trouble. She was always the one to make me laugh and I would get put off. And that impact that my guru had on me, but now I would realize it in my later years that when I went to my guru and I told him, I said, I am now going to do the Purohit Karma class course. He said, you sure you know what you're doing? He said, it's not an easy road. No, I don't agree. And we fell out. He was angry with me because I wanted to do it. He said, no, you don't know outside there what it's like. It's not easy for a woman. And back then, there were not many women. And the few women that were pundits, a handful of women that were pundits, were strong because they were older and their strength was in their experience. And I was just a young girl. And for 5 whole years, I hid from my guru until I couldn't hide it anymore. After the 3rd year, I told him that I'm doing the Pundit course. And he was like, okay. He's like, okay, let me see where this carry you know what's going on, you know how hard it is outside there. And every day, from the day my guru found out that I was doing that course, he would call me. And every day I was so excited. From Mandir, I would come straight to my guru. Guruji, we learned this today. And somehow we would sit and talk and we became closer. My guru would call me every day and find out how I'm doing. The day for my graduation, my guru went. My guru was so proud of me. When I did my Jani Sanskar, he was there for my Jani Sanskar and he was there for my graduation and my ladies in my temple were there with me. And this is the support that my guru gave me after. He felt proud that I could have achieved what I achieved only because of him, only because of his strength. And sometimes when we try to shield each other, it's only because of love. And after my guru was so proud of me, and I felt the proudness in his voice. At his later days when we would come and he would be on the bed, every day we would come. For months we came, every evening. And when I was outside, because when we come from the Jew, you know, we treat them like a baby. When we come from the Jew, we sit outside and we would talk. And he would ask Tanti Saga. Tanti Saga would be sitting every day with him. And he would ask Tanti Saga, the Pundit reach? Only because he would only address me as Lisa when I am in his room in front of him. So he would call on the phone, where the Pundit? I want to talk to the Pundit. And we became very close friends also. In the sense that we would go through, from the time Naratam started, we have to plan this and plan that and plan the other, and you call this one and you're all organized, yes, Baba, we organized. And I felt like I had someone to lean on, and he knew he had someone to lean on also. But it is now that I realize the value of my Guru when he's not here anymore. When I have my own pujas to do and I have to juggle temple, but my temple will always come first. I always work around whatever we have in temple, and I learned that from my Guru. Because it is here that I have started, and it is here it will end. And as I said to my Guru many times, if I have to come here in a wheelchair, I'll come here. Because I have given my promise. And my Guru always told me that one day, you would see that everybody would know who you are. You don't have to tell anybody who you are. One day they themselves will recognize you. And I've seen that. People that I have never met before knew my Guru and know me. And it is because of my Guru I'm here. I wish we could have 11 more months, and I wish we all can, come together. But I think we always have monthly Ramayana. So it will forever go on that we'll have a monthly Ramayana. And it will forever be, that picture will still forever be there. But that place that my Guru has in this mandir will never, never, never be filled. That void. When your brother sitting in his spot, I'm watching him real hard today. Because every day, for those of you who have come, who would attend service, you would see that sheet that is spread there. My Guru would sit right there. I would take his space and I would perform Havan or perform Puja. Or after I perform Havan, I would go to that end because that was my section. I would sit there. And my Guru and I would communicate with eye language. Because when Shanta would make me get woke up, he would look at me hard and then look at Shanta hard. This is what we always, we always had fun. We were allowed to have fun with discipline. And one last funny moment I'll tell you with my Guru. Many years ago we had Kartik. And we would always go Kartik. Now Shanta and I were very young. And we were just part of the temple. And we would have maxis and we would go to, and my Guru Mai was here, we would go to the beach. And Tanti Saga would now go with the ladies to offer her dar. And I am holding the tarrier, and Shanta holding somebody else's tarrier. And we are standing on the shore because we don't want that wave to hit me. So my Guru Mai was a very good seamstress. But to my Guru, she can't put elastic in his pants at all. So my Guru is standing with the lota and he is chanting mantras, and Tanti Saga nearly get knocked down because Tanti Saga got hit with a wave and Tanti Saga tumbled down. But we are laughing because the wave hit in Baba too. The Shanta laughing more. And his pants fell, his dirty pants fell, but he had on his shorts underneath that. And we laughing and we trying to tell him to pull his dhoti up. And he buffed me up. So we say, well, you say just so. We had seen nothing. But when Tanti Saga do get up, somebody helped Tanti Saga get up, he realized. But my Guru Mai heard the last of that. We heard about that story every Kartik. So these are the funny moments and the funny stories that we will keep forever in our minds. If we sit on the table after everybody leaves, this is what we do. We make fun of everybody because it is us. At the end of everything, we have fun, and we would always feel as if Baba would come back and say, oh, they're one home yet? Or they spend the whole night here, or they don't get up early in the morning. Because he had to go to sleep early. And when he hear we in front, he is always be uneasy. But to me, my Guru will forever be my Guru. He will forever be my father. He will forever be everything to me. And he will forever be remembered. And I see brother is sitting on his chair and he's looking just like Baba. And he's curling his toes just like Baba. As I was sitting here and I was looking at, when he's talking, he's curling his toes just like Baba. So only thing he had to do is shave off the beard and he looked just like Baba. So I'm glad that we all have been taught the morals and the values of togetherness, love and family, most important. And I am blessed to be part of this family. And today, thank you, Naren. Naren shot me. Naren played drum really, really excellent. That feel is the yellow he had. Looking like a Maharaja. And I was looking at video, you did well. So devotees, this is just my input. And my Guru at his last hour, Shant and I. He said some things to us, most of it we won't tell you, but he made some promises, and those promises we will fulfill. I would try to my best, the best of my ability, to fulfill those promises that I had made to him. He always never wanted his temple to close down, and these doors would never be closed. We together, all the devotees, together with Shanta and the family, we will join together and we will make it happen for even 50, 60 more years. Hope we live long like Auntie Gangade and Auntie Saga. So devotees, this was just my short input tonight. Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai.
Thank you very much. Blessings to you and your family. That wonderful, wonderful memory of Dad. It's truly a blessing. We will now ask if there is anyone who would like to say a few words or just a memory of Dad. Please, you could come forward. Anybody? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, as Daddy would say. Because he works with time. When you come visit me in Tuesday, we do puja. And if we don't start at 6, you will watch and you will say, brother, where's everybody? And I'll go, Dad, Chan is still at work. Shindal is studying. Val won gym. So it's me and you. So if you want, we can start at 6. And he goes, okay, we're going to do 6. I said, when them come, you say, call me, and we will go again. I go, okay, sounds like a plan. So now we'll have a couple of bhajans, and then we'll have a chant. Shanta is going to say a few words. I see she put up her hands. So, yeah, so we'll listen to Shanta, the eldest daughter.
So,
Sit around everyone. I wasn't so sure if I could do this speech, but I just want to share, you all had said everything that I lived throughout my entire life with Dad, basically everything. And I could just share the last moment with Dad, and together with Lisa, my sister, and Laura, Tanti Mul and Tanti Doi, Tanti Saga. And tell them don't leave. We're closing up. We're closing up in 5 minutes, yeah. Come, don't leave, 5 minutes. Yeah.
As Dad would say, please have a seat.
Yeah, just we closing up, yeah. Yeah, so I could share my last moment with Dad, and the thing about it is that when Dad reached that last stage is where that I remember for Diwali, and he would say to chant the mantras with him, and because he could not remember it, and I would cook in the kitchen, and he was in his bed, and we would chant the mantras. I don't know where I got the strength from to be strong and not to break down or anything like that, but I tried my best to push my dad in everything as best that I could have done. But coming down to the last, he couldn't really remember all the mantras and what he had said to us. He prayed to Lord Shiva. That was us everything. And this is where that we will chant every evening. We'll chant Om Namah Shivaya. So together with everybody here, we will be doing the closing chant of Om Namah Shivaya, and we will end the program tonight. I just love my dad so much, and I miss him every day. But I know that he's very blessed. And his last moment, all through his life, he served God, and his last breath, he remembered God. And he chant, and we will chant Om Namah Shivaya with everyone. Yeah.
Om We ask everyone to please stand. As we close our eyes and bow our heads, today we pray and we ask you, Krishna, to bless our Guru's Atma, our Father's Atma, our Uncle's will, whatever role he played in our life. Today we ask you, Krishna, to bless his Atma and take care of his Atma so that if he has to take that other journey of becoming in a bodily form, we ask you, Krishna, that he will always be healthy, he will always be wealthy, prosperous, and he will always be happy and loved. Today we ask you, Krishna, Sri Krishna Ji, our Guru, our Father, he meant everything to us. We now entrust his Atma into your arms. And we ask you to love him the same way that we love him. Take care of him the same way we would take care of him. We ask you, even if he has to become a pitri, let him look over us. Let us be able to protect us, guide us, and always be there for us. Om Shantakaram Bhujangashenam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasavrisham Meghavarnam Subhanam Om Lakshmi Kantam Amaranenam Yogi Vidyam Gamyam Mande Vishnu Bhavavayaram Sarvaloke Haram Om Anadinidanu Deva Shankachakra Gadadhara Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Hindu Shasaka Tvameva Tvameva Nega Gravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Tvameva Deva Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Preta Shanti, Atma Shanti, Tavo Pratishtitam. Preta Shanti, Atma Shanti, Tavo Pratishtitam. Ram Nam, Ram Nam, Ram Nam. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Bolo Sri Umapati Mahadev ki jai. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Sarva Deviyon ki jai. Sarva Devta ki jai. Bolo Sri Sat Sanatan Dharma ki jai. Jai 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 Sitaram. Asan nijiye. So let me remind you, please don't leave before having light refreshments. And again, I will hand over to Raj to give a final thank you.
Sitaram, everybody. Again, we'd like to express our thanks. We apologize for keeping you so late, but there's no short words or nothing we can stop saying. There's so much good things about that. If we really carry on, it'll be all night here. We apologize for that, but we're so thankful that all of you made the extra effort to come and be here with us tonight. Going forward, I wish we could continue, supporting each other. Let us continue, as Tasha expressed earlier, let us continue trying to be like that, even if it's just one little quality. And that alone will keep us, having his memory. Even though he's physically not here, his soul is up there and in here with us. So let us continue. Thank you all again for coming. Thank everybody for all the support we've received, even from the days when he was sick. Those little visits made so much of a positive impression on him and kept him going that much longer. So thank you all again. Thank you for being here for us, and thank you for continuing to be here with us. And let us continue and have a safe journey home. Please remain and partake of something before you go. Thank you, and Sitaram.
One
The Pundit husband eating.
We'll give you a nice food. Yeah,